Hey guys, it's JMeyels here. What in the world is Apex doing about strike packs? Actually, a little bit of a funny story about how Respawn is handling the strike pack issue, and also apparently we're supposed to get a new update today. We most likely will. Maybe it was just a little bit of an issue, but it actually apparently got delayed for 77 years. So yeah, if you got that time to stick around, and hopefully we'll get it by the time you're on your deathbed. All of that and much more as always. So make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new as always. If you've already done that, thank you very much indeed for doing so, and leave a comment down below. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. First off, I just want to say I just asked you to subscribe and you didn't. I can't believe you did that. Let's move on. First things first, that one gaming bot over on Twitter made an amazing graphic, someone from the community, and honestly I just cannot imagine if Apex ever looked like this. So imagine in a perfect world, this is what we saw in Apex. Now of course I believe this is on Apex Mobile, and I think he actually plays Apex Mobile, but this would be really amazing to see in the actual main game. You have quick solos on the right side. Basically explains this, saying that it's a 20-player drop into the map solos, and they all land at 1 POI, and there's a small close that constantly shrinks quickly, and the loot intensity is increased, so you get good loot really quickly, and they'd have to do an insane end game with 20 players and 1 POI. I think it'd be a lot of fun to get warmed up really quick and get right into the action. Then obviously you get your ranked league, your battle royale, and I think it'd be nice to have these on different maps as well as the ranked session. But regardless, you're constantly seeing things from the community members that make so much more sense than what Apex, the main game, is actually doing. Hopefully one of these days they'll actually implement some of these crazy stuff. We do know we're getting new game modes apparently in season 14. Hopefully if that comes like it's supposed to, maybe we'll have a graphic like this. I doubt we'll ever get solos mode, unfortunately. Again, that was just absolute bliss back in the day. If you guys did not get to be a part of it, consider yourself very unlucky. But regardless, this would be amazing to see in the main game. Now first off, let's talk about strike packs. So strike packs have been an issue for so long in this game, and it's not even this game, people are talking about it in Warzone. It's many other games that people are having this issue with strike packs. Yesterday we talked about it, about this article that came out, and I told you guys that basically players were actually pressuring Respawn to do something about strike packs because it's getting out of hand. After this viral clip went over on Reddit, and it was basically saying, when are strike packs going to be a bannable offense? And you can see this guy with the flatline, single fire, and just basically it's like a modded controller. I'm kind of confused though, because I thought strike packs were like anti-recoil, but this more so seems to be like a single fire using like a modded trigger finger or something. I don't have very much experience with strike packs because I'm not really a console player and I don't really play the controller that much, so maybe one of you brain heads can actually explain it a little bit better in the comments. But I thought it was basically this little attachment that you put on the back of your controller. You could literally get one at Walmart. When they first came out, they're harmless. I know some of you actually have strike packs, you don't really use the bad part of them, but apparently they're like come with paddles so that you can kind of mimic a scuff controller without having to actually buy a scuff controller. But somehow, some way you can get like this anti-recoil software or hack on there, and it just kind of really makes it a big advantage in Apex. I know I got a lot of console viewers, so feel free to give the full description down below, but I think I gave a pretty good synopsis of it regardless. So this is what the article continued to say. However, unlike macros, they are harder for anti-cheat systems to detect, and they said that because basically Apex fans are starting to go out in the comments on this viral video saying, hey, we got to get anti-cheat for Apex to start detecting this stuff. It's getting out of hand. People are not getting banned for it. We're already got a bad hacker problem right now with the cheaters and ranked, and nobody's getting banned. We already know also that Connor Ford Hideouts has also said, hey, we got something coming for this new anti-cheat. We have maybe like a new update to it, maybe a brand new anti-cheat, hopefully, but something that's maybe a little bit more effective. And he said that because of the controversy that he got into with his Watson, and it was after he had basically made this tweet, hey, all you cheaters, start cheating from this time to this time because that's when it's easiest to not get banned because they're all asleep. Basically wanted to make the hacking situation worse so that Respawn and EA would be forced to do something. And as much as people didn't like that response because you're kind of giving tips to the cheaters, it did actually get a response from Hideouts, and so it kind of did give us a little bit of hope that they said they have something in the works for anti-cheat. We don't know if it's a new one, we don't know if it's an update to it. Hopefully it will be better, but people are commenting on this saying, look, we need strike packs being included here because this was actually a promise over a year ago. Matchin made this tweet. I did a little bit of research today to see what's the history behind the strike packs and Apex Legends. So obviously we know they've been plaguing the community for many years, and over a year ago, Matchin on May the 6th, 2021 had heard this news. I don't even remember the state of Apex at this point, but he said, so I just read that Apex is cracking down on console Smurf accounts and strike packs. Thank you. And apparently there will be a report option for both of them. So that was over a year ago, and I'm here to tell you, what is Apex doing about strike packs? And the answer is absolutely freaking nothing. I mean, technically they are doing something. The new update to the anti-cheat that Hideouts was talking about should have something regarding strike packs or some way to crack down on them. I'm sure it will try to broaden their spectrum of how they can detect strike packs. I'm just saying it's most likely not going to be super effective, and I would not get your hopes up that strike packs will be eliminated from all of Apex, all of Warzone, all of gaming anytime soon. These things are just hard to detect. I don't really think they're going to really be able to crack down on them like they're expecting to. I have no issue with the report system. I do think it is a little weird that they kind of count us as little minions to go out there and find the issues themselves so that we can report it to them so they know what to ban, instead of having a better anti-cheat system where they can just detect stuff that should be detected. But on this thread, someone had responded and said, strike packs 2, that's pretty solid. Do you know where this information came from? And he said it was a video that he saw that it had proof of leaked data mined info of anti-recoil mods. So unfortunately, once again, whatever Imagine had heard or saw led to another false hope from Respawn, or either whoever actually data mined or leaked this, that it either A, did not come true, or B, happened and just simply was not effective. And I gotta say, while I was doing some research to try to see what's the history behind the strike packs, there are a lot of YouTubers who are getting some crazy views, and they're just casually using strike packs in Apex, and no one's batting an eye. Everybody's like, yo, thanks for the settings, I can't wait to use these. Like, there's a community of all these losers. But one of the things that Respawn could be waiting for to implement this new anti-cheat system in a big update could be the next big update, which is season 14. Now, season 14 apparently will have one of the bigger directional changes of the game. We should be getting this free DM mode, which in theory should bring a capture the flag type mode, a team deathmatch mode, like a 6v6 mode. And to my knowledge, these are all permanent, not limited time modes, from what I heard. So hopefully, if they do decide to put in the next anti-cheat update, maybe we'll get something with the strike packs in there, because it looks like we are in dire need of it. The reason being is because at December of 2021, almost 60% of all you console players voted on Diego's poll on Twitter that you believe at least a quarter of all players are using a strike pack. But speaking of updates, it's not just a season 14 update that's next around the corner. According to Thornton Smash, the new update should have went out today, and it may have actually, but it looks like someone who leaks posted this on Twitter today and said patch was scheduled for today, but it looks like it's been delayed for a tiny bit. I'll see you all in 77 years, and you guys can see the release time / date is actually now going to be July 26, 2099. So good luck waiting 77 years to see that next update. All jokes aside, at the time of making this video, I'm not exactly sure if they're going to delay this for a couple days until they fix something, or maybe they're going to put it out today. They just didn't want to go out quite yet, so they need to set it back for a little bit until they could fix it. But yeah, the good news is we do have a season 14 update in August the 9th, which is actually just like 2 weeks away. We're not that far from the next season. I cannot believe how fast these seasons are flying by, it feels like. So this is something I like to do as we prepare for the new season all the time. So just a little bit of a heads up, keep your hopes down so that you're not disappointed. However, this theoretically is all that we have to look for so far that I can think of off the top of my head for season 14. So like I said, you know, don't get your hopes too much up, because you're probably going to get disappointed. Everything that you hear or get excited for, just imagine about 50% of that is probably what you're actually going to see. Number one, we will see a level cap increase. From what I've heard, is actually like 600 or 750. That cannot be the case. I would imagine it's not going to necessarily be, you know, like 600 or 750 right off the rip, like just your main level. The only thing I can think of is apparently there are leaks in the past where it would be per legend, so like 600 levels per legend. I don't really know how they're going to gauge what legend you already have leveled up unless they reset everybody maybe. But yeah, after all these years, I can't imagine they only give you 100 levels. That just simply would not make much sense. Regardless, you should get a new level cap increase. We should be back on Kings Canyon. We should get some type of a Skull Town back. We should get at least some new game modes called free DM, which theoretically should have like a 6v6 mode, a capture the flag mode, some other type of modes like a gun game mode. We're obviously going to get our new legend Vantage. We'll obviously have a new heirloom in that season, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get a little bit of an update to the anti-cheat system, which hopefully will bring something with strike packs. That's definitely keeping your hopes up though, but nonetheless, that is the latest that we have on the strike packs. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more. I'll keep you guys updated as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Leave a comment down below as well, and until the next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later, Gators.